Oh, hi there. It's Monday, it's the start of a new week, and it is Christmas week. Shogi Wars has sent out a notification and posted their schedule, and a little bit later, once we have a quorum here, we'll start reviewing that, start thinking about when I'm going to be playing, when the multiple events are. There's some good stuff. I've done a quick pass on it. I did a quick pass on it last night, I think, when it came out, and translated it with the AI, the translation software translated it. I read the translation. I didn't translate it, but kind of excited about that. There's still some unknowns as to what's actually going to be happening there because the translation is a little quirky. So hopefully, someone who speaks Japanese will be able to shed some more light on it. But going to do that. So I expect, once the Christmas week festivities begin at essentially noon on the December 24th, Japan time, which is 7 p.m. tonight, my time, it's going to be all Shogi Wars for me, until the new year. So I think I will get a sort of slow, thoughtful shogi with arrows, chill. Let's just say chill, as the kids would say, a chill session prior to the storm, and that's what it'll be on lishogi. So I've put in the Yanara. I've put in the level 2 lishogi bot with massive time settings, and just as we've done in the past, draw arrows for every rook and bishop move on the board, and just always work on that visualization. So that is the plan for today. And like I said, once we get more people in chat, ready to go, I'll open up the Shogi Wars discussion, and the review and the planning. So that's it. I've got my green tea in a green cup. I've got my water. Last night's storming the Half Mino Castle session was really fun, and already people seem to like it a bit on the YouTube video, so I'm happy about that. And more of that will come in the future, no doubt. But hey, Novato, good to see you. So that's it. So in this game, I started it off just to have the screen displayed. The engine won Sente, so I'm Gote here, and I am going to continue to play my Urashino Ryu routine. The alternative, I think, here, the alternative for this, well, I'll just draw the arrows, like I said I would. I think the alternative might be to bring the silver up. So I've drawn the arrows. I'll put this. So the alternative might be this. So that I don't give up a pawn. The alternative might be bringing the gold up. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's play it. Let's play it slightly differently. So now, I bring back the bishop. If I push, he drops the pawn. I can still, the idea is, if I push the pawn, he drops the pawn. I take, rook takes. No, that's not it. That's not it. I thought there was some way. Let's think about this. We'll draw our arrows. We'll draw our arrows first. So we've got our arrows. Um, I think the idea is, so well, let's clear the arrows. The idea here is I push, he drops a pawn, I take, rook takes, I move up my silver to protect this pawn. If he drops the pawn, we're sort of in the pause, in that. So let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. I think the way that I've normally done it is that Urshin Ryu channel. Oh. Okay, so let's push the pawn. Okay, I'm not doing my arrows. I'm not doing my arrows. Oops. Rook can go up. So, I take, he's going to take, I'm going to drop. So effectively, I think the engine just gave me a tempo. Effectively. So I'm not going to redraw because we already drew the arrows last move and they haven't really changed. But I'll draw it. I'll draw it anyway. The idea is to maintain visibility. Whole board visibility. So let's push. Let's push the pawn, which forces a move. Bishop now has, more range. My stuff is really not any more open. Hey, Gust One, good to see you. So I'll play it a little slower. I mean, how I would I think this is how I'd normally play this. I'll move my king. Get my king over. Get my silver up. He's giving me another tempo. So what I put on for this time control, I put on 3 hours. I put on 180 second Byoyomi, which is the max. All these are max. I also put on 180 seconds increment, Fisher increment. So I'm already at 3 hours and 34, and the opponent, the engine's at 344. So your time is never going to be a problem for this. And we can interrupt this at any point. Like once we get a bunch of people in the channel, I'll start talking about the Shogi Wars stuff. So draw our arrows again. Bishop can go back. Bishop can come up. I don't think this is going to be a threat anymore. So I'm going to bring my silver up. Looking to push here. I wonder if I should have. That's interesting. Yeah. Okay. Redraw the arrows. This is why I should push that pawn first, so I can exchange and then bring the silver up, sort of with tempo. And then mine, I'll draw mine in red from now on. Oh, they won the last place point by default. Oh, well, congratulations on a great season. Congratulations on, ranking up to the, promoting to that next tier. That's a shame. So, as a fan of the game, and as someone who has been following, you guys since the beginning, it's anticlimactic and a little disappointing that in such an important game, the opponent just didn't even show up. That's unfortunate. That's real unfortunate. That's bad form. That's bad form. Maybe some extremely, extremely, extremely important things came up. In which case it's somewhat understandable. But that's bad form. Okay, so here we are with this. We have this position. I'm thinking I am going to bring my silver up to 5-5. And then you get this silver climbing up. Okay. So same deal. Same as I said. Wow. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. They are throwing the pawns up the board. Let's draw the arrows. Now I have full visibility for my bishop. It wasn't so good to depend on the results of others anyway. Of course. Yeah, that it was your defeat against them that defined the positions. Of course. Yeah, this is not to take anything away from the Poland, from the Poland 3 team. I mean, they deserve it. They won all their matches. All you can do is show up to the games. And, if the opponent doesn't show up, then you take the win. That's how it works. And obviously, there was a pretty dramatic rank difference between those two players anyway. So the likely situation is that Poland 3 was going to win that first board, regardless. I just, as someone who's really enjoyed this and followed it, I wanted to see I wanted to experience the excitement of that game. So my selfish reasons are like that, and yeah. Okay. I think I'm going to start picking pawns. I think I am not going to move my silver up and climb. I'm just going to exchange. I'm going to exchange because I've got some good drop points for my bishop. Engine move. So let's revisit. And then my bishop, my rook, so he takes. I don't see it. I don't see it yet. So I'm going to take this pawn. I'm going to take this. Oops. Oops. Messed that up. Man, I'm clicking, I'm struggling. Okay. So I move this silver back. It limits what I can do, but what's the opponent going to do? I'm going back. I'm going back. Fair enough. So he only has one pawn. So the opponent can't Tataki me. He can't Tataki me all the way up. I'm guessing the idea is going to be to exchange a pawn. Hmm. I can only drop pawns in the eighth file, same as my opponent. Oh, I'm sort of semi-trapped. So if the pawn comes next, I've got to go back. If the pawn comes next, I go back. Pawn push, and then I go back again. That's fine. And then if they push this pawn right now, I bring the silver back to give myself a space to hide. I could also drop a pawn here. Hmm. I could bring this silver back proactively. I think I like that too. What if I drop the pawn, knight jumps, I push the pawn, pawn takes, I drop the pawn, he drops the pawn, I run, he drops the pawn, he's got the Tataki. Curious position. So pawn, jump. I'll drop the pawn. I'm going to drop that pawn. Oh, that's it. Now, the bishop could have taken. So, I as soon as I cleared the arrows, I lost visibility. I think I'm liking the pawn. If I promote the pawn, silver takes. I take this the knight. If the bishop takes it, I can sacrifice mine and take promote with the rook. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, thank you. Yeah. Okay, so let's draw the arrows. Now mine. Oops. I don't know if anyone saw that Eric Rosen beat in a rated blitz game, beat Fabiano Caruana, I think, yesterday. Eric Rosen has the video on scene. Hey, Dr. Lennon, greetings, happy holidays, Merry Christmas. This is Yanara 02. This is Yanara O level 2. So we're here. I see that we now have 10 viewers. So I'm going to take a quick break from this game. We've got a gazillion minutes, and I'm going to switch over to Shogi Wars and start. Since we now have, I guess we now have a quorum. Oh, you've got to go. All right. Hope to see you later, Gost1. I'm guessing I'm going to be streaming tonight as well once this starts. So let me change my scene. So here we are. I'm on the Shogi Wars scene. Christmas week planning. This is this notification came from Shogi Wars last night. I opened it up and used the use Google Translate to translate. But this is their Christmas week plans. The end of year announcement. Okay, this is the Shogi Wars management office. This is official. This is the official management office. They would like to inform us of the Shogi Wars events schedule for the end of the year. The Ryujin tournament is continuing to run until December 29th, and that's going to be, it's a 1 year long tournament, and it's finally coming to an end. It says Sensho team division. I don't know if this is those groups, those Kishidans. I don't know if this is related to the Kishidans, but this one is also ending on Christmas at 6 p.m. And then the stuff that I care about, the important stuff. Christmas tournament. This runs from December 24th noon Tokyo time to December 25th 1 p.m. So this is a 25-hour tournament that is running. It starts. Let me add UTC here. Let me see. Can I add another time zone? I thought I could, but somehow I added my time zone. Anyway, whatever. So noon. Oh, I'm blocking it with the scene. Let me change it. So noon here, noon on December 24th, which is when this Christmas event starts at Shogi Wars, is 7 p.m. on the West Coast here tonight, December 23rd in California. So 7 p.m. all this stuff starts. Let's go back and change the scene. And what happens here, I am not clear on this. This is a 1 day only Christmas event where you can win more than 2 games at once! Exclamation. I don't know what that means. If you win 2 or more games at once, you will receive a prize ticket to use during the new year. So I don't know what that means. The prize ticket, is that sort of gotcha thing where you can win an avatar, and there are multiple avatars and prizes to win. You could also buy some tickets as well, but I think you can get one. But I don't know what this means. So if anyone speaks or reads Japanese and understands what this is, I'd love to know if this is a good translation, because I don't know what this means. I don't know how I can win more than 2 games at once on Shogi Wars. The UI is not really capable of, as far as I know, you can't really display 2 boards. And I don't think it's a streak, because later on, there's discussion over here of a streak. So like the 88th Shogi Wars tournament, which begins on December 29th, December 28th, California time. If you rank in the top 1,500, you get a reprinted avatar of Ninedan Yukikata Naofumi. So, Koshiro can do this. I can't do this. Hey, Eloy. Oh, thank you. In Japanese, it says win 2 games or more. Perfect. Thank you. That makes sense. That makes total sense. So we just have to win 2 games in, starting at 7 p.m. for in a 25-hour period, and then we'll get that prize ticket. All right. Thank you for that. My guess, Eloy can. Oh, Koshiro, good to see you as well. And you say somehow I missed the purple. Your username came in as purple, and it didn't even appear in my eyes. So we just need to win 2 games. I think in any order. So perfect. Looking forward to that. And then starting on Christmas Day, so this is at 2 p.m. On the 25th Japan time, which is 9 p.m. on the 24th my time. So I probably won't be doing this on Christmas Eve, but it is. I don't have the scene. So here's the here's that time there. December 25th at 2 p.m. is 9 p.m. my time on the 24th. You're just gonna win 2 and get out. I'm gonna keep going. I assume you can only get 1 ticket. Excuse me. I assume it's only 1, but I don't know for sure. Let's go back to Shogi Wars. Oh, so one thing to note. Sorry to change the subject again. What happened to this chat? What happened to my chat? It's the font is tiny. What happened? So it's a never-ending battle with chat on this channel. But it's a never-ending battle with the chat. But I figured out what was going wrong with CapChat. So I've brought CapChat back in to the stream in place of stream elements. The reason was, I had said that on my viewing machine I could view the CapChat chat, which runs on this server nightdev.com. But on my streaming machine, it stopped working, after almost a year of using this. What I figured out is that I have my streaming machine has IPv6 enabled. So I have an Ethernet adapter that is configured for IPv6. But if I hit that nightdev.com URL, resolve it with IPv6, I get an image for a JavaScript file. But if I connect via IPv4, I get the proper JavaScript. So I disabled IPv6 on my streaming machine, and now it's working. So bizarre. I have not seen an instance like that in that I can recall where I don't know if that's just a misconfiguration on their side, a misconfiguration on their server where, they're listening on IPv6, but they don't have their web server configured properly to listen on their IPv6 interface. So anyway. So Cap Chat is back. You're not going to be able to stream, so that's why you're going to rush 2 wins. Okay, that's understandable. Yeah, it's a very tough time. I don't know how long I'm going to stream either, but I am going to stream at least to get a few wins. And on the 20, for this one. Happy holiday. Good to see you, Imal. Yeah, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Everything. Excited for this week. Hey, William, great to see you as well. And a lot coming up on Shogi Wars. So we have that. We have that is the 1-day Christmas event. They call it a tournament. I'm not sure what the tournament is because you just need to win 2. If it's like last year's, Eloy, that Furigoma ticket, if it's like last year's ticket, what I think it will be basically a gamble to see what prize you get. In past events, they've had, I don't know if it's like 7 prizes, say multiple avatars. They might have avatars and Kishin tickets and things like that. You toss your ticket or you roll your chance and you might win one of the avatars. You might win one of the Kishin tickets, it's etc. like that kind of thing. So I think it's like, it's a little bit of a gamble, like just a little raffle to see what avatar you get. And then in past events, you can also, you buy tickets. So like the last one that we had, I'll stick here. There was when I rolled my ticket or I tossed my ticket, I got a Toyoshima avatar. But there was also an avatar for Nishiyama, not the great Nishiyama avatar that I love. There was an avatar for Nishiyama. I think there was a Habu. I think there was a Fuji, and there were some others. But each of those tickets requires, it's like a 1 in. It's like a 7% chance or something like that. Every time you roll to get one of those avatars. So you get your 1 free ticket, and then you can buy tickets, and they are expensive. They are extremely. At least in previous events, they are extremely expensive. And so I seem to remember it being like $20 or $30 for like 20 tosses. It was some almost ludicrous amount of money, where to guarantee getting all the avatars, you'd have to potentially spend, I think, a couple $100. So, I probably won't be doing that. I think the only chance that I would spend money to do that kind of stuff is if the Nishiyama avatar that I love is there, and then I might do it. Or maybe the Fujimori. I'm not sure. But we'll see. So I'm excited for that. I'm definitely excited for that. Then coming next is the one that starts on Christmas Day at 2 p.m. in Japan time, which is, again, 9 p.m. on the 24th, my time, Christmas Eve. The players, this is an event that Transport Pokemon had mentioned a week or so ago. The players will be divided into 2 teams. My understanding is that this is just random. That you will just be assigned to one of these teams. The Swinging Rook players, the red team, or the Static Rook players, the white team. I don't think it matters what you play. I think it's just, they're just the team names. They're just the team names. Like sort of like a Splatfest. If anyone has played Splatoon 2 or 3, you pick a team and you play. In this case, I think you don't pick a team. You're just placed on a team. Then you battle it out. And Static Rook versus Swinging Rook, who's a stronger player. And then special avatars will be given away, presumably for the winners. I don't know, but that is a week-long event from the 25th to the 31st. This is what so like I said in the lead up to the channel, why I'm doing the shogi with arrows today. is that once these festivities start, at Christmas Eve on at 23rd, my time tonight, I'm going to be all Shogi Wars. I think I'm just going to be all Shogi Wars all the time until the end of the year, and we'll see. Yeah, William, no, I don't think so. Dad getting paired against Koshiro, I don't think that's going to happen. That feels like an impossibility because for one thing, I'm going to be lowering my skill to a bit weak or whatever that is to get maximum winnage. So I'm going to be doing that. Hey, Arnulf, good to see you. I'm going to be lowering that so I can get maximum wins. Presumably that helps the teams. I don't know, but I'm excited to see. So I think even if I selected very strong or whatever the highest skill selection that I can choose, and even if Koshiro pays to have the weakest players be given to him, I still don't think we would get matched up. Hey, Goshudin, good to see you. I think we are so far between each other. He's 5 Dan, and I am 2Q at best. And I'm going to be playing 3-minute games, I think. So, well, maybe I'll mix it up. But either way, at best, I'm 2Q on Shogi Wars. And on 3-minute games, I'm 3Q. So I don't think Koshiro has to worry about me. That's so I'm excited for this. It's a week. It ends on the 31st, which is it ends at right before the new year. But for me, that'll be on December 30th. And then the 88th Shogi Wars tournament, which I'm excited about. I'm also excited about this one. That if you rank within the top 1500, well, I won't do that. Koshiro will do that. But if you win, so we get the winning streak event, basically. If we win 5 in a row, you're guaranteed to get a reprinted avatar of Suzuki Kana. This is one of my favorite voices on Shogi Wars. And if it's the one I'm thinking of, it's a very nice avatar. I would definitely use this avatar. So I will be trying for this. And they say they also have rewards for the number of wins. So I am guessing I am going to we've talked about, we've talked on the channel, like Koshiro has talked about potentially paying to have that month of very weak player. I was thinking maybe I would experiment for this one. Like if I don't get this, because I really want this. I really want this one. I could always use Kishin to get it. If things get catastrophically bad for me, I could always use Kishin. But I want this one. I want this avatar. Besides any digital goods, are there any physical, tangible prizes for the winners? I do not think so. I don't think I've ever seen a Shogi Wars prize that is physical. The only thing that I can think of that's close is that for that European tournament, I believe they helped offset travel for some of the players to Japan to play, or travel to the WOSC. I think they offset the travel for people to go to the WSC, the finals essentially of that tournament. It was started online and then it completed over the board. So I think they might have done that, but that's all I know of. I do know that right now, I think it's right now, because I've seen the tweets, that there's a crossover of a live tournament using Shogi Wars ratings and whatnot. And I assume, in person they're going to give physical prizes, but that's in Japan, so that's not nothing here, and that's not related to these. Yeah. A measly avatar. Whoa! Oh, so we haven't seen the Suzuki Kana avatar yet. So if it's the one I'm thinking of, it's a good one. It's not a measly one. And they'll also give away depending on how you place things like Kishin analysis tickets, they usually do that. And so the Shogi Wars Swing Pieces 2025 are on sale now. So I don't know if this is a different event from. So I'll read it first. The Shogi Wars Swing Pieces 2025 on sale now. This year we will hold a tossing event. Sort of like a gamble gotcha thing with the theme of the 100th anniversary of the JSA, where you can win a special avatar. Try your luck for the year. So this is what I was talking about earlier. I'm not sure if this is in conjunction with the Christmas Eve tickets. I'm guessing it is. I'm guessing it's the same. The swing pieces are the Furigoma tickets. Yeah. So I don't know if this will be a separate Furigoma tossing to this. I'm guessing it's going to be the same. I'm guessing it's the same event that you'll be able to toss these tickets, and that you'll get one ticket for winning 2 games, during this day, and otherwise you can buy them. I'm guessing, and like I've said, those tickets in the past, anyway, in past events, are extremely expensive. Extremely expensive. Like one of the most expensive online what do you call it? Gotcha? Loot box. Maybe Shogi Wars, I think, is the most expensive loot box system that I think I've ever seen. I was amazed. I was floored by how expensive those Furigoma tickets were the last time, because I thought, all right, I'm gonna pay. I seem to remember, this is like a year ago or 6 months ago, and I seem to remember thinking like, okay, I'll pay $20 to be able to get these avatars. I'll pay $20, and then I did the yen conversion. It's like, oh, that's not $20, that's $200. And I like some of these avatars, but not that much. Not that much. That said, it's going to be a personal struggle for me to avoid it if the Nishiyama avatar is up for grabs. The Nishiyama avatar that I like. So I'm excited. I think it's exciting. I'm glad that we have something happening in the Shogi world. And like I said, once this starts on it looks like in 7.5 hours. 7.5 hours from now, once this event starts, all I'm doing until the end of the year online and probably on the stream is going to be Shogi Wars. Wait, League has a skin that was 450 USD? Oh, okay, so they've increased. So they've bumped up their stuff since I last saw it. I remember the old days. I seem to remember in the past, like $20 being the expensive ones. But the thing is, not to justify this, for League, at least you know what you're getting. You pay your money, you get your virtual good. You pay your money, you get your thing. In Shogi Wars, you pay a ton of money, you get your tickets, and then you hope that you unlock it. There was another game like that I used to play. It was a League of Legends like game on mobile. Arena of Valor, Arena of Honor. I think it was eventually owned by Tencent. I don't know, but that's the kind of thing that they had also, where a lot of times you pay for random chances to get something. Novato, you say 2 truths about Shogi Wars. 1, all players start in 1Q to 2Q. Wait, what? I'm not sure about that. Wait, 90% of players play Shikenbisha, 8% play Sankenbisha, Nakabisha, and only the remaining 2% play Static Rook. It sure sometimes feels that way. It definitely feels that way to me sometimes. Shogi Extend, though, So let's switch over to Shogi Extend for a bit here because I love this topic. I love this topic, and hopefully I can find it. Let me switch my scene. I'll switch my scene to the just to a browser, so we get max screenage. Shogi Extend is this web page that, among other things, it's a way to see. They interface with Shogi Wars to pull your Kifus. So, this is not, as far as I know, this is not officially affiliated with Shogi Wars, but they fetch the Kifus and they have this information. So, so this is where I get my Kifus for my Shogi Wars games. But so as a byproduct of Shogi Quest getting all this Shogi Wars data, they have a bunch of statistics that Heroes, the company behind Shogi Wars, does not publish. So they put that out somewhere. Let's see. I don't recall where it is. Yeah, here it is. So they have, this is by rating. So this is by rating, I think. I don't read Japanese, so I don't remember what these all are. But this is a breakdown. This is my understanding of a breakdown of the players on Shogi Wars. So you'll see here, the majority of the players are 1Q. The very close second here is Shodan. So the bell curve here is on basically between, the peak is between one Q and one Dan. I'm here. I'm here, unfortunately. And 3Q, 4Q, 5Q, and then a similar drop off here. So Koshiro is over here at 5 Dan. Very few people with this, and the percentages are down here. So 5 Dan is in the top 5.2%, 5.3% of all players. I think that's what this means. (2Q), which is what I am only in the top 77.9% of players on Shogi Wars. So there are 20. So I am only higher rated than 22% of Shogi Wars players. So the service weights to stronger player. I'll call them stronger. I think a Shogi Wars 1Q or Shodan is pretty darn good at this game. They also have a breakdown by openings. So you could also see, I think they have, I don't speak Japanese well enough, but like, where's Gokigen? Gokigen is one of the things I'd be able to remember, or be able to read. I'm looking. Hopefully I'm not missing it here. Looks like I am missing. I'm not seeing. I'm not seeing. Well, here's one of our favorite ones. gosh, it is very hard for me to visually parse this. I mean, obviously I don't read Japanese, so of course it's going to be hard, but there's so many openings here. And I would think my brain would pattern match on something I've seen a million times. All right, this is a long list. So I'm not going to waste everyone's time by me trying. Let's look at UFO. Let's look at UFO Gin. UFO Gin. So we now have like the breakdown of the win rates for what did I select? UFO Gin. Similar here, but 1Q is the peak. Now, what's a real strong opening? What is one of the? I don't know. So now it's real hard. Now it's real hard because there's so many openings here, and I don't know what these are. But they've got a lot of great detail here. So Ornoff, I swear there used to be a way to break down by time. I thought there was. I'm not sure. I am not sure. I thought there was. But I'm not seeing it. What is this? I don't know what this is. So let's go back to that. Let me just translate the page. See if that helps at all. Number of people. So where's the... Ooh, so this is the query, I guess. Oh no, that's a result. Man. I guess it's not. Maybe they just have it by all. I had thought that there was a way to see. Strategy, win rate ranking, strength distribution. So we saw that. And here's the strategy win. Okay, strategy. Right ball. Okay. Yaba Bose style. Okay. Anyway, interesting. Oh, so this is a breakdown of the most popular, the strongest tactics. Oh, this is fascinating. So this is what I wanted to see, basically, just a list of these. It's not broken down by time. I'm going to look for Urashino, see if there's a new Urashino style, which is what we play. This is number 54, right ahead of Demon Slayer. Murata Systems, 46. So what is the first one what is the first opening that I know on here? I don't know what gold is. Subway Ride. So I guess that's Subway Rook. Interesting. Weakling Quick Battle. Ishida's School. Oh, Ishida is one of the... I assume this is Ishida. The regular Ishida stuff. Novato, you say, you're completely sure that you are not 2Q or 3Q or 4, but in Shogi Wars you can beat them without problems. In 81 Dojo, never. Really? Worse than... Well, yeah, Shogi Club 24 is... Shogi Club 24, like, the rating system is almost meaningless. Though that said, it does mostly track with 81 Dojo. I don't know if you've seen this URL. Let me share this. You may have already seen it, so apologies if you've seen it. But it attempts to give some sort of... It's a little old. I don't think it has a huge amount of data behind it. But in my experience, it mostly seems to hold. You've got the 81 Dojo 1Q to 3Q here are generally the equivalent of 10 to 14Q on Shogi Wars. That makes sense. Makes sense to me. It's relatively reasonable. I mean, I could see it. People who are Shodan on 81 Dojo are usually in the 10 to 9 ish level on Shogi Club 24. I've been as high as, I've been closing in on 10Q on Shogi Club 24. So I'm there. Like, if I especially if I avoided the sandbaggers completely on Shogi Club 24, I'm sure I could get to be about 9 or 10Q. And I was playing off stream. I could probably do 9 or 10Q, which is around 1Q to Shodan on 81 Dojo, which is around where I am. So it seems about accurate. But in terms of Shogi Wars, I am fascinated by that. Maybe you are just very good with fast time controls. Like, maybe you're just very good with fast time. Like, I think I am not. So my Shogi Wars rating really lags behind my 81 Dojo. And I think my Shogi Wars rating also lags behind my over the board performances across the clubs for the most part. It's tough. Shogi Wars, especially in that 1Q Shodan 2Q area, I think it's, I'm not just trying to say this to make myself feel better, but I think it's kind of an elo hell where there are a lot of people with a wide band of ability that are just sort of not trapped in there, but they're mired in there, especially since you can only play 3 games a day unless you pay. So I think, I know there are some 2 to 3 Dan level players who are stuck in the 1Q range. You're stuck in the Shogi Wars 1Q range because they don't play that much there. You play badly but very fast. So I play badly. When I'm off stream, I play badly and fast. And I still am stuck at 2Q. So I am going to guess that you don't give yourself enough credit. So we're back here. Where was that page? I already closed it. Or no, I didn't. Here it is. What else? Shodan Original. Oh, interesting. Shogi Extend, Shogi Extend tracks more openings than the Shogi Wars app has badges for. And so they have Shodan Original. Oh, wow. Oh, I wish Gabrielle was here. Gabrielle would see this. I think this is one of his favorites. And that's a high win rate. Gokigen is 88th. Wow. That's not surprising. I would expect Gokigen to be... Happy Central Rook. Yeah. This does not surprise me. I would expect this because a lot of new players play it. So that would not surprise me. Oh, the old Urashino. So I don't know how they qualify Urashino versus new Urashino. Maybe it's because of that. Maybe it's the pawn push. Which makes sense. All right. Very cool. I love this kind of data. Let's see. Oh, Duck is 58. Let's see. I don't know what Duck tactic is. So let's see. There are not multiple Duck. So new Urashino is 54. Duck is 58. Demon Slayer 56. Fake Yagura. I wonder what fake Yagura is. You say Novato. You say you don't have much of a problem with the ratings. Just the fact that everyone plays fourth file Rook is sad for you. I hear you. And it does feel to me a lot of times like fourth file Rook is overrepresented there. But but I think maybe I just notice it more because I think I just notice it more because it's not because I struggle against it. It's tougher, I think, in some ways. So I notice, I notice the bad luck of having to play that. Though that said, I'm starting to enjoy playing against it more, just because I'm studying it more. It seems to me like a lot of people play fourth file right hand rook. The what is Migi Shiken? That seems to be popular. But it'd be interesting if I had my stats to be able to break this down to see how many people actually do play fourth versus me. Yeah. Oh, Hidechi banned you from 81 Dojo because you said something offensive about it. Oh man. Oh man. I can't believe Hidechi is even doing anything. Like, it seems that site is not even is a ghost ship, so I'm surprised he's doing anything there. Maybe someone complained. And maybe it's easier for him to just appease the complainers. I don't know. I don't know. Maid system. Oh wow. So Shogi Extend detects the maid system. Number 78. Shogi Explained will be happy about this. So what is it? What is the right-hand column? Oh, number of occurrences. Okay, it's not showing up on stream. Interesting stuff. All right, well, I'll close that. I will close that. And we're here. Go back to lishogi. I'm not sure if I've got anything else to talk about in terms of the Shogi Wars stuff. I'm almost certainly going to be starting it tonight. A little bit. Obviously it's Christmas week and we've got plans and all that kind of stuff. Hey, Mithrandir, good to see you. But I do want to start. I want to get those 2 wins. Definitely need those 2 wins. All right. So here we are. We are back in this position, and I still have 3 hours and 7 minutes left. So the idea that I was thinking of was promoting the pawn. If silver takes, I take the bishop. Bishop takes. Rook takes. I don't really have any other great ideas of things to do. He still only has 1 pawn. However, let's think about that. So I do this. Silver takes. Bishop takes. Tataki no fu. No, cannot do that. Because I take. He tatakis again. I take. Yeah, this is I take. That comes with check. And that's just destructive. The link to the Shogi Wars statistics. Here, let me bring that back up. This is for the tactics set, which is what we were just looking at. And then the other is here's the ratings. All right, let's do it. Draw our arrows. The rook can go back, forward, there. Now mine can take. And I have no bishop. So I'm looking first at taking the bishop just to see if I've got any forks. No, nothing great. I have a knight, so there's also this. There's also this drop, which potentially, if the king takes, do I have any bishop drop? No, not really. Or do I? Do I? So if I drop the knight, if king takes, I drop the bishop, which skewers the king. But then he could drop a knight. He could drop a knight here, just to block, and then I'm kind of stuck. But then I drop a silver. I also can drop a silver on. I can drop a silver on. So let's clear these arrows. I can drop a silver on 7-8, threatening the gold, threatening the bishop. And there's really no great defense for this. There's really no great defense because he only has a pawn in hand. So gold takes, dragon takes, which hits the rook, and or hits the king and the bishop. He drops. He brings one of these bishops back, and now I just drop the gold. Hey, Sael, good to see you. Do I have anything better? What about just dropping a knight right here? If I drop the knight here, bishop comes up. I mean, I just take the gold. Now, I like this. I like this. Wow. So, drawing the arrows. Actually, let's redraw these in red. These are mine. This is a free gold. It's a free gold, and it immediately pressures this bishop. If I just take the bishop, he takes with the gold, and I'm stuck. I'm taking that free piece. I am taking that free piece. Oops. I think he's looking to sack this. And mine is Novato. The system that I play, or that I have been playing. I've sort of switched off it. The system that I've played that Koshiro has taught me, the Danako, seems to be awfully nice against fourth file rook. I've had some really good results against it, unless they do a mad rush up the side. I don't know if that may be part of why I haven't been bothered by fourth file as much these days. That I've prepared enough against it now that I'm at least more comfortable. And I think that there's a contingent of fourth file players, at my level, that really, they basically don't think in the opening. They just blast out the moves that they learned into they blast out fourth file into high Mino. And I'm not usually so worried about people like that, because I figure I need to be able to beat people who aren't thinking. And so it's good practice. But it's a good opening. It's a good opening. Kojiro plays fourth file rook. Kojiro just one of his most recent two videos that he's published on YouTube, the Shogi Brazil channel. He's playing Shiken Bisha on Shogi Wars, and he's a great player. So it's an opening that scales for beginners all the way up to the top. And so as people who are whatever we are, as static rook player or Urshina Ryu player or whatever I am, I've got to be able to play against that opening because it's so solid. And it is often the opening that people recommend first, that people learn. It seems like in the West. People recommend fourth file rook. But the thing is, his games are impressive no matter what opening he does. So he's got no piece. I'm gonna take with the pawn. If he wants to drop a pawn here, okay. That's understandable. He wants to drop again. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Wow. Do I have mate? So let's draw our arrows. And then my arrows. And I think the answer is going to be checking with the king here, or taking the bishop. But on this note, I need to take a break. I need to take a quick break. I will be right back. And that's it. I'll be right back. Alrighty, I am back, and we have a static rook greater than. Mithrandir's a static rook fan. I've come along to it. Obviously, some people, I guess, Urshin Ryu, I consider to be static rook, and I don't think there's any argument there. But I like it. I really like it. Let's see. You move your king to king 8-9 and go all in to the other side. Okay. Okay. I mean, is that a Millennium Castle? Is that similar to Millennium? I guess one thing that I didn't mention is that last night on the this last night stream, I had said that I would not be streaming until tonight, but it's in case anyone picked up on that, the fact that I am streaming today, this morning and afternoon, it's that the rain out here basically prevented the plans that we had. So I am still, I'm still here. I thought, let's review the show. Let's plan out the attack for this Shogi Quest week. This Christmas week at Shogi Quest or Shogi Wars, and so I was able to do that. And like I said, since it's going to be starting at 7 p.m. tonight, it's going to be until the new year. My streaming is going to be all Shogi Wars. I figure I'll have one last calm before the storm. A chill shogi with arrows on lishogi, and that's what it's been. While we discuss the Shogi War stuff. So I'm curious. I know that Kojiro has said he's going to take part in this Shogi War stuff. To at least get those 2 wins to get the ticket. Is anyone else excited about this? Am I the only person excited about this Shogi Wars week? These little things, I don't know if it's as you get older, but as you get older, I'm going to say these little changes in the routine, they become bigger than they actually are. So it's like, oh, I'm so excited about this Shogi Wars week. I'm so excited. There's going to be something different on Shogi Wars this week. It's the Christmas week. It's special. The ticket. The ticket is there is every year. It's once or twice a year, I think. Shogi Wars has almost like a raffle for avatars, and I think avatars and like Kishin analysis tickets, and that time of year is coming up. So if you play in this, the first event starts noon on December 24th, Japan time, and it runs for 25 hours. It's the Christmas special. And if you win 2 games in that day, you get a ticket. You get 1 free ticket to this raffle. And they also make available these tickets to purchase. At least they have in the past. And they are very expensive. So, there's that. There is that. And then the starting on the 25th, starting on Christmas Day, Japan time, and running for a week, until the new year, is this team tournament where I think you get randomly assigned to either the static rook team or the swinging rook team, and the team, I guess, that has more wins. So it's like you're put on a team and then you play games and you hope your team wins. So that's happening. And then there's also later this month, December, is the 88th winning streak event. And one of the, if you win 5 games in a row, you'll get a reprint of the Suzuki Kana avatar, which if it's the one I'm thinking of, is very good. So I'm excited about that. You say Shogi Wars must be a very lucrative business. My understanding is that they are not. I don't think, what do I know? What do I know about the Japanese market? Nothing. But it seems to me that they don't do a good job of monetizing the things that are more monetizable. They should, in my opinion, they should just follow the chess.com model. Just follow the chess.com model, and then let the money come in. But they make people pay to play. They make people buy tickets for these things instead of just letting people buy avatars, which like I'd have bought a few if they sold avatars for like $5 each. I'd have bought a few of those. This recent season pass, which I've talked at length about, I think it doesn't monetize at all, which is kind of crazy because it's eminently and in a fun way monetizable. Like, I'm not sure why they don't do it. So, learn from the people who have tread these paths in the past. Chess.com, Fortnite, Valve, et cetera, et cetera. Like, there are a million examples. And the Shogi Wars people, have not been really on the ball. But, maybe they're getting there. Maybe it's slow. But my understanding is that they are not doing well financially. Which is a shame because, they're the only real commercial shogi site that we have. It's the most popular shogi site that we have. Yeah, they may be. I don't know enough. I don't know enough about their situation, Gochujin. It sure seems that way, but I don't know. I just enjoy playing there. As long as I don't take those 10-minute games too seriously, as long as I don't let that rating become end all and be all for me, I enjoy it. I don't think I'm ever going to love being dirty flagged in a 10-minute game online. I think that's just, it's not in my personality to enjoy that. So I don't think I ever am. But there's plenty of there's plenty of fun to be had on Shogi Wars. Well, Mithrandir, they already do have the anime girls advertising. Like, they already have a lot of those avatars are, sort of that style of avatar. I don't use them, but I certainly have unlocked them, just by playing in events. I'm going to take this bishop and then continue. So, we have this. All right, so we'll get back to the Shogi Wars talk. I'm just going to redraw the arrows of what the opponent can do. And then what I can do. Oops. Yeah, I really, I don't know why they don't let you change the board layout. Like, that would be, I would definitely buy that. I would definitely pay that. I would definitely do that. I would definitely pay for more voices. I would definitely pay for potentially other depending how nice they are, other piece sets. The thing about me, and I don't think this is all that unique. It may not be common, but I don't think it's unique, is that if I enjoy software or a service, I want to support that company by buying things from them. It's just how I am. Like, if I like Shogi Wars, I want to reward them and I want to support them so that they stay in business and they keep doing things that I like. Like, to me, that's just sort of how I work. That's how the world works, and I like it. So the fact that they make it very difficult for me to support them is kind of annoying. Like, I'd like to support them. Obviously I pay premium, this monthly premium charge, which is not cheap. So I am supporting him in that way. But I'd be more than happy to buy avatars and skins and things like that. I'd be happy to buy their merch if they had merch. I don't think they sell merch. Stuff like that. But what else? But also, it's also mildly frustrating that they don't even try to support the game by throwing me a bone or whatever. Throwing Koshiro a bone, being like, oh yeah, we have this new plan. We have this new program where you become a Shogi Wars streamer. And you agree to stream on Shogi Wars for 90% of your games, or yada da da, that kind of thing, and we'll provide a link to you on our website, and maybe we'll pay your premium, your monthly charge. Like, they could do that. Like, chess.com does that, and chess.com has tons of like, as a result, chess.com has a ton of streamers and a ton of excitement. All these little ways that these companies can build excitement. It seems like the Shogi Wars people don't really do it. They don't seem to care. You wear your Elite Chess hoodie. Yeah, I have Elite Chess. I have 3 Elite Chess t-shirts. Even though I do not like the t-shirt manufacturer. Like, I don't like the cloth. I don't like the cut of the Elite Chess t-shirts myself, but I still own 3 of them. I don't like the material and the cut. And but yet I still have supported Elite Chess in the past with those. And one thing, and it's an international issue, I guess, but like, even like Shogi Hiroki, I think that's, Tetsuya Fujimori, these some of these people, like, they have merch shops, or they have their t-shirts like Shogi Hiroki. I went there to try to get one. You can't order it. It's like, we don't want you. If you don't live in Japan, we don't want your money. It's like, okay, all right, sorry. Sorry, I wanted to support you, I should know better. It's kind of disappointing. Let's see. What am I going to do here? This is not storming the Mino Castle, but it sort of is a Mino Castle, sort of. So this feels familiar to like yesterday's. I have the option to bring my knight up to block, to block off this bishop. So let's clear these arrows. I have the option here. Prevents the bishop. It also gets my knight into play. You can always do proxy shopping. Yeah, I'm aware of those. I won't do that. Just sort of on principle, I will not proxy shop. Well, one, I don't trust them. I don't trust those sites. I've read enough people who have had issues with proxy shipping that, like, I just don't want to go through the hassle of it. But I also, I want to support Shogi Hiroki. I want to support Shogi Wars. The Shogi Wars or things like so I want to do this. I'm not doing it necessarily because I really, really, really want that t-shirt. I'm doing it because I want to support them. So if they don't want my money, or they don't want my support, then I'm not going to work real hard to give it, if that makes any sense. Like, if you're actively not wanting my support, then I'm not going to try very hard to give you my support. If that makes sense. If that makes any sense at all. I'm you know I don't remember the word I used to call. I used to call myself basically something like, it's not that it's not a vindictive shopper. I am a loyal what is I'm a very loyal supporter. I'm a loyal consumer until I've been wronged. Or that I can't remember what I had a better way of putting this in the past. I haven't thought about this in a while. But like I will be your greatest. I'll be like a video game company or whatever. I will support you. I will do all this kind of stuff. But you know, if you turn your back on that, then forget it. Then I'll be very quick to mercurial. I will change on a dime. Kato Dragon, good to see you. You should know better. They don't want Filthy Gaijin ruining their game. I don't know if you're joking. I don't know if you're joking about that. I suspect you may be, or there may be a hint of joke in there. But that's always a worry to me. That's definitely a worry. It's like, oh man, I don't want to know. I almost don't want to know. Like, does Shogi Wars really only accept us just because it's easier to accept us than to ban us? I don't know. It hurts. It hurts. Because I like their service. I love the game. But it would be nice to be able to buy like I'm always looking for more Shogi merch. Like that's actually why I did the Shogi Dad shop is not necessarily because I expected many or any people to buy any merch. It's that I wanted Shogi merch myself. So that was the main reason. Storming the half Mino. Oh, coach, aim for 3. Yeah. So I said 5-10 minutes ago that this looks like storming the Mino Castle. The weak point is 7-1 or 3-9 in this case. This is also a weak point. So I'm thinking about dropping my bishop here. But the problem is my problem right now is that I don't see how I'm going to deal yet with this. I could drop the gold back. I mean, this is weak. This is. I mean, I just need a gold here. I just need a gold. I just need a gold right here. How can I maneuver? How can I maneuver such that I can get? So knight drop. Pawn takes. Knight drop. Pawn takes. This is also a weak point. So if I drop... I like this. I do like this the bishop drop here or the knight drop here. But after silver takes, I'm not sure what to do. Yeah, beware his rook. Yeah. I want to get rid of that rook. I could try to push it away, but there's no guarantee of getting it out of there. I don't have a lance. Normally if I had a lance, I would drop it here. But I don't think it's worth taking the lance. Because I don't want to give up that pressure on 4-8. I've got, I can't drop a pawn. If I drop the knight here, silver can't take because then it's mate. Rook can take. The weak points of the castle: the king's ear, the edge. I'm very far from this edge, so I don't think I've talked about it, but I did consider the edge. It's just I don't feel like I have any meaningful attack there. Like I can't drop a pawn here. Like I to get a bishop drop. So the king's ears, the gold, the king's ears, the gold, and the edge. And the head. I've already talked about this, so I don't think this is what you're looking for. If I slowly move my gold, my promoted silver over. That doesn't seem to give me anything. I can't drop any pawns over there. Yeah, the easiest target. I'm not. The easiest target seems like the king. Like, because I can't. Even if I could take this gold for free. Let's say I had a token here. Even if I taking with the silver is still not getting me mate. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, it is because the knight. So maybe. So if I bring this over, let's say he takes. Then I've got the knight. Takes. Mm, no, no. Better than bribing the guards. Kill them. So I do this. He takes. I could take the silver. I could take the silver with the dragon. I don't think that does anything. Gold takes. I don't think there's anything. I bring this gold over. Let's say that the gold takes. Mmm. Mmm. I could aim a bishop at it, but then he just goes up. I do this. If I bring the promoted silver over, he takes. I still can't drop a bishop or a knight. With silver takes, and then the silver still guards the square where I'd want to put my gold. I can't drop the gold here because the gold can just take it. I can't redrop a gold here to pull the king because the gold takes it. I get a tempo dropping a key piece on his camp. Yeah, yeah. I can. I mean, I don't want to drag it. I could fork if I fork it. Gold takes. Rook takes. He runs. And then I drop the gold and push it over. That's one way to get the gold out. I mean, it feels like I want that bishop as a mating piece, but maybe. So bishop takes. Knight drop. I think these are the hints you're giving me, but I think this is the hints. Oh, you say it's the bishop drop. Okay, so I just saw that. So I'll do it. I guess. You know, we hit these. He takes. I take. Well, that's wrong. So we know that that's wrong. So knight is, if I drop the knight, silver can't take because gold drop on 4-9 is mate. But then he runs. Knight drop, king runs. Dragon takes silver. King takes. Now. No. Oops. I'm going to walk him. I'm just going to walk him. I'm going to push him over. I'm just going to push him over. Now, you know, I think I've got mate. So I'll read it. Gold over. If king runs, silver or take. I take. He's got to block or bring his bishop up. Then I drop the silver. He goes over. Knight drop. He goes over. So there's a bishop here, knight here, king here. And then I could drop my silver here. If rook takes, gold drop is mate. If king takes, push the pawn. King goes back, gold drop, rook takes. King 2-5, rook drop is mate. Okay, so that's mate. There's mate. I've read the mate. The experiment, Kanto. So this is now the third time I've done this. This is coming from a recommendation that Koshiro had made a while back to improve my full board visualization, where every move I draw arrows for the bishops and rooks. So before every move, draw those arrows, both for mine and for my opponents. That way it forces myself to get in the habit every move of just sort of visualizing these pieces, because you may remember that a major weakness of mine is missing like hanging rooks, missing sniper bishops, that kind of thing. So since I started doing this, I've done it off stream a couple times too. I think it has helped. I think my visualization has gotten better. My whole board sense. And so also one thing that this is doing is just forcing slower thinking through the moves just more fully. I know that some people enjoy these. I've gotten some comments both during the stream and on the side. Some people seem to like this format the most of any of my streams. So this is only the third time I'm doing it, but like some people love this. At least they tell me that. So I hope they're being honest, and that they actually do like it, because I enjoy it too. It's nice to somehow take the pressure off in a way, and just try to play the best moves. It also gives us a lot of time to chat. So that was why, it's another reason why I'm doing it today, is because I don't have too much time this afternoon, but the main thing I wanted to do was talk about the Shogi Wars stuff. So I thought, what can I do that will let me talk about the Shogi Wars stuff without any pressure of having to make moves like during an actual game, and knowing that I am going to be playing full bore Shogi Wars until the end of the year once the Christmas week starts at Shogi Wars. I thought I'll have one more slow and thoughtful stream before beginning that madness. So that's it. That's really it. In the past, I usually play Yanra 2 level 2 and then level 3. I think in the first stream I won both games. In the second stream, I think I beat Yanra 2 but lost to 3. It just played really well. It just played very well and didn't really make any mistakes. Do I celebrate? Yeah, we celebrate Christmas in our family. Yes. And I have, since I was a kid, getting NES, Nintendos, and ColecoVisions, and all sorts of cool toys over the years. My kids are older now at this point, but we still celebrate it, and we watch the I've got some DVDs of the bank Rankin and Bass, like the stop motion, that. So we watch a bunch of those. We watch I'm a big Charles Schultz and Peanuts fan, Charlie Brown. And we watch that Charlie Brown Christmas special, and all those kinds of things. We watch a bunch. We start usually around Thanksgiving. We watch the really, really bad Christmas romance comedy, the Christmas themed romance movies. A Prince for Christmas or whatever, where some highfalutin attorney from the big city settles that doesn't understand the meaning of Christmas meets a prince from Belgravia, some made up country, and they fall in love, and Christmas movies like that, really cheesy. Just I like those. We all like those, and so we watch those. We watch the cheesy Christmas movies. Those types of specials, that kind of stuff. So it's just fun, all that. But today is the 23rd. I assume we'll be watching maybe the Rudolph one. Well, maybe I think tomorrow maybe will be the Mr. Magoo cartoon one, and the Peanuts, the Charlie Brown one. Yeah, we'll see. And then on Christmas Day, I used to do this. I used to do this in the past, but we don't do it anymore. I would have a Christmas Story, the one with Ralphie and the BB gun, Red Ryder BB gun. I used to have that just basically playing on repeat all day. And we'd sort of watch it as it'd be, it's background. And then at the end of the day, like we'd sort of watch it proper and then turn it off. But, stuff like that. Just little things. Like I said, anytime there's changes in the routine, especially as you get older, you just kind of look forward to them. And this is one of those. So a lot of stuff going on. Let's make this mate. Let's make this mate. Okay. He went here, so I could drop the knight. Could drop the knight right away. I could also just check. I think it's the same thing. It's the same thing as before. I didn't draw the arrows. So now we drop the knight. Now we drop the silver. If king takes, we push the pawn and then drop the gold, and then rook takes and then push the pawn, and then king runs, and then rook 2-4 to finish it. If the rook takes the silver, then we just drop the gold on 2-6, and that's mate. Ah, that's not mate. Okay. Alrighty then. Okay. Yeah, didn't see that hole. Did not see that hole. Wow. So I can promote. I can promote. I think that's Hishi. If I promote, how can they check me? Can they do anything? If I come up here, let me draw my arrows. I'm just going to draw the arrows again. So these are mine. And here's theirs. I can't sack my dragon because horse. Horse takes, and then I only have a bishop. I mean a lance. So I could come up here. The king cannot move. So all they can do is sort of defend. But if they defend back here, I mate on to 4. If they defend back here, I mate on to 6. You need the arrows. Oh, okay. Okay, it's good. It's good that someone else. Yeah, we definitely, the arrows help. The arrows help. So the problem is he does not have mate. The engine does not have mate. They only have a bishop. Like they can make spite checks, but there's no mate there. And getting my king, redirecting my king around it doesn't do anything. So I'm going to do this. I'll say that this is Hishi. I will argue that this is Hishi. Okay. Well, I could troll the engine. No, I won't troll the engine. So let me make sure. One final arrow draw. Oops. So it's going to be 2-6. Just making sure nothing is hitting this. 2-6. King can't take. And all right. Arigatou gozaimashita. Yanura 02. Instead of gold drop 1-5. Pawn takes 1-5. Oh, interesting. Oh, let's look at that. Yeah, I'm visualizing that now. Oh, that's cute. The rook has to take. Oh man. Oh, that's disappointing. That's disappointing because that one is nice. That's real nice. Oh. I mean, look how many more moves I got to make, though. I'll request a computer analysis of this classic. That was good. That was fun. Like I said, I enjoy these. I definitely do. I don't usually like playing bots, but I like this format because I do feel that the drawing the arrows improves my overall visualization, and I like that we can chat. I like that we can chat and discuss things. So as I had mentioned before, besides Koshiro and I, who else is going to be doing the Shogi Wars Christmas stuff? Like, is anyone at all interested? Like, doing excited about it? Even half as excited about as I am. You're not, William. Okay. Also, instead of silver drop 1-5, dragon takes 4-6. Oh. Interesting. Just dropping the lance? No, I do not hate Shogi Wars. I do not hate Shogi Wars. So I have a love-hate relationship with it at times. But for the most part, I love Shogi Wars, even when they do me wrong. And my problem, everything. Yes, I wish that Shogi Wars, as I was talking about earlier, I wish that they would do a better job of letting us support them, of letting us help them succeed. There's so many things I think that they could be doing better, but it is the most popular site that we have, and it does seem like it's the only company out there trying to push shogi. So I love that. I love playing. I love the avatars. I love the humor. The problem is that I get too attached to the rating. Like, I attach too much of myself and too much of my improvement to my Shogi Wars ranking. And the fact that it's an unsatisfying time control, 10 minutes, leading to lots of dirty flags, I think that brings out maybe some of the worst feelings that I have. But in the end, I just have to improve that. I have to get better. I have to get better at not caring about those things. I have to get better at just letting the game talk, do itself. Yeah, I'm definitely thinking 81 Dojo is shutting down. I've been thinking that for the past 6 months. Even before they turned off the guests and before they broke the user registration. It seems to me like, I just see those telltale signs as a software developer of abandonware. And Shogi 81 Dojo just seems like complete abandonware that's running on fumes. But I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. Not often, but I could be wrong before. But I have been wrong before. So here we also do the same thing. So yeah, we also do this. I like that because if we take, then it's immediately the lance. And then if the rook takes, then we still have the same gold. That's nice. That's stylish. This is stylish. So you played a game on Shogi Wars today for the first time in a few months. You had a lost position, and the 2Q opponent graciously walked into mate when you had 30 seconds left. That's how it's done. So I've been having some big success on Shogi Wars over the past 2 weeks, I'd say. And one thing that also happened is that I am convinced, because not convinced that everyone suffers from this, but I know that I suffer from this, and I'm convinced that a few of my wins can be attributed to it. But when my opponent, let's say my opponent has a winning position, or let's say that I have a winning position. In either of these cases, just to make it clear, let's say that my opponent has a winning position and I have about a minute left. So I have a minute left. I am danger close in terms of time. I have noticed at times that my opponent seems to go into dirty flag mode a little too early. And there have been times in my past where I go into dirty flag mode, where I have a completely winning position on my opponent, and I see that they have 30 seconds left or a minute left. And instead of playing properly, I just go for the dirty flag. And for me, when I mentally flip that bit of being like, I am going to dirty flag my opponent, it's very hard for me to play real shogi. So I end up messing up a lot. Like, so if I go into dirty flag mode, often I'll just get mated. I'll just get mated with some ridiculous shenanigans that I never would have fallen for if I would have been thinking. But it's just, I reached for the win. I reached for the win more than I reached for good play. And I got punished for it properly. And I think my opponents have done that to me as well, where they have a completely winning position. They just have to mate me. But it appears that they just start trying to dirty flag me by like making those, the dirty flag stuff is, very quick moves, not thinking about it, making checks, just random checks, just to force me to have to make moves. And then And then sure enough, I don't flag, or my opponent doesn't flag, and all of a sudden, we've given up pieces. So it's yeah, and that's often the thing, Kanto, is that when I am winning and I've got a ton of time and my opponent has no time, those are where if I try to dirty flag, I get punished hard, and I've noticed that my opponents do that as well. So I try to use that as a lesson to myself, to not reach for the win, to play the game to the best of my abilities, not reach for the cheap. I don't want to call it cheap. Not reach for the easy win. Not reach for that dirty flag win. Try to win the game. Oh, it's not like they went, oh, you used on the last 5 to 6 moves. Oh, interesting. Okay. And Koshiro nailed it. Yeah, converting a winning position is not trivial on Shogi Wars. Certainly not for me, and certainly not with, like, sometimes even with 4 minutes on the clock. Some mating patterns or mating sequences, they are just not going to be fast. It's not going to be like, spot a mate in 7 to win. Some of them you've got to roll up your sleeves and make the mate. Especially when, in shogi, the opponent, often an opponent can make 5 plus spite checks. So, without Yoyomi and with I will call Shogi Wars relatively unforgiving software, unoptimized. It's blitz only games, but the software is incredibly unoptimized for blitz. So even when I've got like 4 minutes, I am feeling the pressure if I don't see that mate on the board, because it's like, I've got to find this. I see how to improve my position, but I don't see the mate. And I know that my opponent can just wreak havoc on my side, not profitably, like not with legitimate, like, quality shogi stuff, but they can just make a mess of it and force me to make 10, 20 moves. And especially with mouse, 20 moves for me is at least 20 seconds without thinking. But, I'm going to need to think because these positions are complicated. Like, it is not, for me, it's not often that that there's just like a straightforward conversion, without a lot of thought in there. And I think that's where making the Tsumero threats makes such a big deal, because, I mean, I get, they're strong to begin with in real shogi, but especially on Shogi Wars, it's very easy to miss Tsumero threats when you're getting threatened, at least at my level. So, those have gotten me a bunch of wins because, I'm making threats. They may not be the best move, but I'm making a threat that has to be responded to. And if the opponent doesn't respond, then I just win. You need 1 second unless you have the time to. Well, that's the thing. On mouse. Like, on mouse, for me, each of these moves is going to be a minute or a second or more, especially if I have to promote. If I've got to move a bishop, for me, the bishop moves are the worst, because I've got to move it, select, drop, promote, and it's rough. Yeah, their netcode is not great. I think I think their tap targets or their click targets are not perfect, and I think it's glitchy. Like, sometimes with mouse anyway, I click it and it just doesn't register. It's like it doesn't. Somehow it's not active, or it is active. I don't know, but it's tough. It's tough, especially compared to lishogi, where it's so fluid. So, but that said, I love the site. I love the stuff. I wish they'd improve. I'm happy to support them. In both, in words and with dollars, but that doesn't mean that I think they're perfect, and I really wish they would improve in some of these areas. I can't expect to get my dream, which would be 5-minute with 5-second Fisher increment, or even 5-minute with 3-second increment. Like that would be my Shogi Wars dream. That would be the best time control. I would love it. It takes dirty flagging pretty much out of the equation, and it keeps the games fast and potentially thoughtful. So I would love that. What happened here? Okay. So I played pretty darn well. This, especially considering there was an inaccuracy and it's still calculating. I'm guessing it's going to lower my center pawn loss even more. 41 is very low for me. Very low. The opponents, the bots center pawn loss. These are those games where the eval just doesn't quite make sense. Like, this is so low. It's not showing. It's not showing. So I will. I'll switch the scene. It's so easy to lie with statistics, and in Shogi Wars, it is very easy to lie. Or in Shogi, eval, it is very easy to lie with statistics. Is this showing up yet? Okay, it mostly is showing up. The opponent, the average center pawn loss for the bot, 155. Mine, 40. It's like, I think the lowest I've ever played is 38. But like, it's one of those misleading games where it says the opponent played like really well, but somehow the moves weren't difficult. Like, I have some of these games at 81 Dojo. I have some of these games I've played over the board where it's just kind of a smooth sailing game where the opponent doesn't ask difficult questions, and it's very easy to have these low center pawn loss, both for the loser and the winner. It's really bizarre, because for the loser, once they're down, they can barely lose any equity. Become the hero CEO for us. Yeah, right. So you say, are the hitboxes different for each piece? I think they are. This would be a very useful experiment to do. I think they are. But I am not 100% sure. It sure feels like it to me. Because, there are times I am convinced I clicked the piece. And, I turned off that, where I click. I turned off that little ripple, the cursor ripple when I click, and it shows the ripple of where I clicked. Because in the end, I had stopped looking at that, like in my videos afterwards. And I don't know if it really gave all that much information, other than it's like, look, I said I clicked. I'm like on 81 Dojo, my promotion, my woes promoting pieces on 81 Dojo, where I've lost on time because 81 Dojo won't accept my multiple clicks, even though it shows the button clicking. And on review with on stream, I could see the ripple. I could see that my mouse is clicking there and it's still not registering it, and then I flag. It's so frustrating. But that would be fun. I think that would be fun to work on Shogi Wars. I think that'd be a lot of fun. What am I trying to do? Go back here. It'd be cool. It'd be cool. Yeah. So this was a good game. This was. I mean, it's a level 2 bot. Take that all with a grain of salt. But it was good. I feel like I have been playing very well lately for the past week or so. This weekend especially, I thought I played just as well as I can play over the board. and pretty well on Shogi Club 24. So I'm pleased. Oh, and Shogi Wars, I've been playing the best Shogi Wars I've been playing, both in terms of 10 minutes, all time controls, 10 minutes, 3 minutes, and 10-second. So that I hope it bodes well for tomorrow or for tonight. You know, the Christmas event starts tonight tonight in Northern California, tomorrow afternoon in Japan. So I'm probably going to be doing that. I look forward to it. So I'm going to do some other stuff. I'm going to cut this off. But as always, it was great chatting with everyone. I am if it isn't clear, even though I've been saying it, I am really looking forward to this Christmas week Shogi Wars stuff. There's just a lot of fun to be had, and so it will be midnight there. Yeah, let's look at this time conversion one more time. Let's add this. Let me change my scene. So 23rd, noon. Yeah, so 12 p.m. Yeah, 12 p.m. December 23rd, Tokyo is 7 p.m. my time, midnight for you. Yeah, wow. Oh, so you weren't just guessing. You knew. What is this? It says mouse over hours to convert time at a glance. What does that mean? I'm mousing over. Okay. I don't know. Well, whatever. What is this 10 hours? I don't know what this means. We have to win 2 games and then we get our ticket. But I'm going to play more. Oh, Kosher, is it always 12 hours from you? Brazil does not use daylight savings, right? Does Japan use daylight savings? Let's see. Japan does not observe daylight saving time. Oh, Brazil does not change either. Okay. Oh, interesting. Wow. That sure makes it easy. That makes it much nicer. And then 12 hours, a 12 hours difference is very easy to convert in your head. That's lucky. That's lucky. So maybe that's why Brazil is such a good shogi country, because it's so easy to convert the time zones in your head when talking about Japan. Unfair. That's an unfair advantage. That is definitely. So I've got to have these janky world time clocks. Not janky. I mean, it's nice, but it's a little more complicated than I just want. But anyway. So thanks everybody. I will hopefully see a bunch of you later today. And thanks for stopping by. Thank you for all the discussion. Thank you for hanging out. And I'm trying to do this here. And yeah, let's do our best at Shogi Wars once the event begins. Take care, everybody. Thanks again. Bye.